Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's a beautiful spring day today. I don't know if you can hear, but maybe you will during the course of me filming this video, but the birds are chirping. It's just before sunset and just really nice out here. And I just finished a run. And after finishing a run, there are a lot of different things I could be doing. But here I am filming this YouTube video. So I want to get into this in this video. Why are so many people creating video? Why are so many people creating content here on YouTube? Why are you doing it? So let's jump right in. You probably have your reason if you have a channel. I certainly have my reason. So there's a list that I've come up with, and if one of these resonate with you, I'd love to hear down in the comments. Let me know if one of these things on this list resonate with you and it's your reason for creating content. Let's talk about it. The first reason could be self-expression and creativity. Now, creativity could be your actual content. So if you're an artist, you're a musician, and you're using your YouTube channel to showcase your creativity and your artwork, that could be one option. Or people could be using the process of creating content and creating videos as an expressive, creative journey. So many times we have a brand that exists in the world with the people who know us and people we grew up with, people we work with. But sometimes that's such a very limited view of who we are. And there's so many different sides of us and aspects of us and interests that we have and things that we're into that we don't always get to fit into our day-to-day, especially in the workplace. So for many people, including me, YouTube is a way that you can bring your interests and talents and skills to one platform and share that information with people who will find it valuable. So in the same way that this channel is about versatility, I'm not boxing myself in to where I have to be this one thing. I have to just cover one topic. No, I am leaning into the complexity of who I am and the multitudes of my interests and talents and skills and experiences to share it all here. And I'm sure for many of you, this can be the same thing. I would love to know how many of you have actually shared your channel with people in real life. And if you have, what's the reaction? Are they surprised? Do they not understand why you're on YouTube? Do they not understand and relate to the person who you are here? When you do share here, you find that there are so many people who relate to what you're saying, who may have a similar lean and perspective and interest in life. And so this allows you to find your people. Self-expression, creativity, I think these are definitely some of the reasons why people come here. You can make the channel what you want it to be. You can lean into who you truly are. And there's still learning and growth that can happen. So you really kind of tap into your higher potential. Another reason could be community building and connection. When you come here on YouTube and you share your content, you share your interests, your people will find you. That's a huge part of growing your channel and eventually building your audience and being engaged with your audience and curating that relationship and nurturing that relationship over time. We've all seen some of the stats about the way the world is today, and so many people are suffering from loneliness. Even when people live in a big city or in a populated area, that still doesn't mean that they feel like they have close people who they can reach out to spend time with and call on, ask for support. So a lot of people come here either to create content to build that relationship or to find communities based on the different things that they're searching for and the information that they're looking for. I know that's one of the things I've enjoyed here on YouTube. I'm continuously amazed that people from all corners of the globe find my content and engage with it and add a comment, let me know how it resonates with them. That's something that's just unmatched. If you live in your world, you do the same things, you're amongst the same people, you don't have that same reach. So it's a beautiful thing to be able to have this space where we can create community, we can connect with each other, we can inspire people, we can provide hope, do that together. And we all benefit from that on this human journey that we're all on. A third reason could be monetization and additional income. There's so many videos about monetizing on YouTube, finding different ways to generate income, whether it's through ads, brand deals, the list goes on. Given where we are in the world, there's massive layoffs going on. People find that one income isn't enough to support their life and to plan and to save and invest and do all the different things that they want to do. And so YouTube has become a place where people are looking for that. People are looking for some different options and to at least have that flexibility and to help them plan for a rainy day and using YouTube as a way to have that additional income. The next reason could be personal branding and career advancement. YouTube can be a place where you house your portfolio, you showcase your skills, your experience, the things that you've done, how you go about doing your work. Not only are you documenting your journey, you're documenting the impact that you've had, the successes that you've had, but because you're doing it on this platform and more people can have access to that information, it opens up additional opportunities. Because imagine being skilled, talented, experienced, you've invested in yourself, you've learned a lot, and you're only sharing that information within one company's walls. That would mean that the number of people who can learn from you, that number is going to be limited. The number of opportunities that are out there that can be a match and a fit between what you know and who needs to see that information, who needs to hear that, who needs to get value from it, that's also going to be limited. So on YouTube, where you can have access to share how you want to, what you want to, the impact you have, be very specific about the opportunities that you're looking for next. This is a great platform to do that because, again, people can see your content from all over the world and they may enjoy your personality or how you present information and see you as a good fit for a collaboration or some other opportunity they may have, whether it's a speaking engagement, some brand deal, or something of that sort. The next reason could be education and sharing knowledge. If you're already an educator or you're a mentor or you have experience, you've made it to leadership as a manager, you have experience in a niche field, something that people may be interested in, then this is a great platform for you to share your journey, what things have worked for you, what strategies have you used, how have you enlisted other people to support you in your efforts. How did you negotiate to get opportunities when you had the chance to do that? All of these different things can be helpful. This is a great platform to teach other people. One of the reasons people create content is to educate. There are a couple of other reasons, but one of them is to educate. So whether it's because you're trained as an educator, you have mentored people, you've done work as a coach, you just love democratizing information and knowledge, this is a great way to do that. And you can have the opportunity to share how you want to, what you want to. You can start with your content and then provide more detailed instruction behind that. So for people who are looking to learn, looking to upskill, looking to pursue their own personal growth and their own personal development, and then for people who have information and want to share it with others, this is a great platform that's a match for that. And what's the point really of learning something and having that information in your head, using it for yourself and knowing that you can do it well, but then you're not sharing that information with other people? So YouTube is a great opportunity for that. For me, for example, I'm appreciative of what I've done, what I've learned, what I've seen. And I really get a lot of enjoyment in this stage of my life in terms of sharing that information with other people, helping them with the tools, the information that they need so that they can succeed, they can get to whatever goals they have, whatever personal growth objectives they have. If I can help someone, if I can pass along the knowledge, I absolutely want to be able to do that. And that's my reason for being here on YouTube. The next reason could be for entertainment and storytelling. Now, I've shared in a prior video before that if you're looking for comedy, this is not the place. My humor is way too dry for that. So I know that I don't bring that kind of value, but I would like to think that there are different ways that I'm exploring and experimenting with my content that could be entertaining and that is engaging to you, I hope. So here I am integrating this YouTube video into something that I would normally be doing anyway. I went for a run. I love running. I love being outside. The weather is nice. The sun is setting. The birds are chirping. I'm definitely in my element here. And I'm able to bring that to you and use this time not only to get the things that I am interested in and getting done for myself, but I can also carve out some time here to create this video. But there are a lot of other ways that people provide entertainment value when they create content. I know over the years that I've really enjoyed seeing apartment tours. And of course, that's really compelling and interesting when it's in big cities, in Paris, in New York. There's such an appeal about some of those places. And of course, the location is also something that is very intriguing too. But people can create different types of content that's engaging and entertaining. It could be vlogs, maybe it's behind the scenes, it's how do you create your YouTube video, something of that sort. Or you can do something that also engages your community. Maybe you have a challenge or maybe you have a video series. All of these different ways are how you can keep your audience coming back, keep them interested, keep them having fun, and give them something to look forward to. One thing that we absolutely cannot miss on this list is the fact that YouTube just has such a low barrier to entry. No matter who you are, where you're coming from, as long as you have the internet, as long as you have a phone, you don't even need to have a professional camera, as long as you have a microphone, then you can create content and you can be here. So there are a lot of people out there who are creating content literally just from their phone with the microphone. They're doing it on the go. They don't have a studio or something fancy set up. They're editing with whatever software came on their computer or something else that they easily and quickly downloaded for free. You don't need a lot to get started. You don't need a lot to keep going. And there aren't gatekeepers here. If you have something that you've done, you've experienced, you've learned, whether it's something that you've learned on your own, it doesn't even have to be something that you've learned in a professional setting. It doesn't have to be formal education. If you have something of value that you can share with others, you can do this here by picking up your phone and speaking, picking up your phone and using your voice. Just being willing to show up, to share information, to share your process. That's what makes this platform worthwhile, and that's what makes this platform valuable. And the last point I want to share here is about the flexibility and autonomy of this platform. You can have flexibility and autonomy in terms of your content. So how are you actually creating it? How are you producing your videos? Is it something where you have fancy editing? Do you have a particular cinematic way that you like to prepare your videos? That's all up to you. You can have complete creative liberty in terms of how you prepare your content and how you share it with the world. So no one is telling you that it has to be a certain way. As long as you're following the rules of the platform, you can create your content. And at the same time, for people who are doing this more seriously, if you're doing this not just alongside your day-to-day work, but if you're doing this full time, it gives a lot of people the flexibility in terms of how do they produce, when do they produce, which day they produce videos, which days they post. Are they filling up their other days with other things? Are they resting? Are they traveling? You can do this on the road. You don't necessarily have to be in any one location. As things are changing in the world, and even the world of work is changing, where so many people now are being called back to the office and having to work in the office. Some people still prefer to be able to work remotely. And for the ones who are taking YouTube seriously and are looking to build their own career and craft a career around it, then they have the flexibility. That gives them the flexibility in terms of where they're posting, how they're posting, which time of day they're recording. All of these different things are now up to them, so they can decide. You can also integrate it around your lifestyle. So thinking about and coming from a place of looking at your life holistically. What are the things that you value in your life? How do you want your life to look? How do you want your day to be? What do you want to spend your time doing the first thing in the morning versus later on in the day? In the course of life, as working people, you don't always have that flexibility. But if you are looking to commit time here on YouTube, then you can craft it. You can make those days look exactly how you want it to look. So that's it. This is the list I came up with as to why so many people are creating YouTube channels at the moment. Do you agree with everything that's on the list? Are there other things I missed? And of the ones that I listed, which ones resonate with you? I would love to hear in the comments. And while you're here, check out another video. Like, subscribe, share this with someone who may find it helpful, and I'll see you next time. Mission accomplished before sunset, one more video down.